Hello everybody, happy Friday. Welcome back to my channel. For those of you who are new, my name is Sophia, and for all of my returning watchers, thanks so much for popping back on. So today is going to be kind of one of my new segment videos that I am trying to get started here on my channel. As you've noticed, I am coming back full time every Friday, which I'm super excited about. I am currently in the process of building up some really fun content, and something that I love is vintage. I love all things history when it comes related to fashion. I love old, I love new, I love going on the search, and I love just learning about it, like the purpose, the history behind it. Actually in high school, I was your AP history nerd. I think I took all of the AP history classes that Fort Mill High School offered me, and I especially loved when we got to talk about women's rights and fashion and just how things kind of all spun together. I love reading about it. I have several really great history books that are very picture-based. Hashtag dyslexia. And I think it's something really fun and unique to learn about the pieces that I love to wear. So on today's vintage history topic, you're doing silk scarves. I have an assortment of silk scarves, and I love, love, love a good silk scarf. As you can see, this is one of my favorite ones, my black and white polka dot one. I have been collecting silk scarves for a while now, and I have lots of really, really pretty scarves that I would love to show you today, show a few of my favorite ways to style my silk scarves, and then of course give you a little bit of the background, the history of where the silk scarf got started, how it became a fashionable piece, the movement, the purpose, all of it. And then, like I said, I'll show you my favorite ones, where I find them, how to style them, just a fun little history recap. So today won't be as much trying on and like outfit. It's gonna be more history based, kind of a learning, sit down, grab a cup of coffee, listen, I'll show you, and then maybe you can style your own silk scarves. I hope you enjoy this video. If you do, I have a couple other pieces that I would like to do. I would love to do brooches here on this channel. I love a good brooch. I'm really breaking into the brooches. And I would just love to like go on some vintage history lessons with you guys if that's... Can you hear him? That's my brother. He's so loud. Can you hear him? Can you hear my brother in the next room? Oh my gosh. Filming. Red light on. Anyway, I'm going to show you my scarves. We're going to talk about it, and it's going to be fun. And if you like it, drop a comment down below. It's really helpful to know what you guys like. And yeah, it's really great to hear from you too. So happy Friday, and let's roll it. So let's get right into it. So as I mentioned, I have a lot of beautiful, beautiful silk scarves, most of which I've raided from my grandmother's closet. Thanks, Marianne. Peace out. But I don't wear them as often as I should, and they are really beautiful, and I would love to take them into my wardrobe more on a daily basis and not just a special occasion kind of thing. So in an effort to do so, I thought it'd be interesting to learn a little bit more about the silk scarf and kind of do a history lesson video for you guys on that. And I'll show you some of my scarves, how I style them, etc., etc. So I thought it was really interesting that the original silk scarf was kind of founded by the Chinese Empire. They used them with their soldiers, their warriors, to designate rank. So that went back all the way to 230 BC, which I was like, dang, silk scarf, you've been doing a long time. So they would give different colors to different soldiers. So then I know who was who and who was what. And I said, we love a color coordination system. Good job. Check plus. We love a silk scarf color coordination moment. And I thought it was really interesting. I was assume that since they're silk, most of the production would have been made in China, but actually India is one of the biggest producers of the silk scarf. And I thought that was super interesting because when I think of silk, I think of China, but India actually is one of the biggest silk scarf producers. So they were used to, you know, do military rank and whatnot, for a very long time, and then they were kind of like, nah, let's use cotton. And so for the longest time, we had cotton scarves, and lots of people wore cotton scarves, but then there was a big wave switch during the First World War back to silk because silk wicks. And I said, genius. If you're getting sweaty, cotton holds it. So the silk would wick, therefore it would keep your skin dry. So smart, right? You're learning so much already. So there was a big wave that kind of moved over everybody and was kind of like, hey, let's not use this silly cotton anymore. Let's go ahead and use silk. And then with all of the globalization and we're spreading and we're trading and we're being cool like that, then these scarves became a luxury item, a luxury good. So this is also kind of after that First World War. We've got a little bit more dinero. We need a little bit of happiness. We're a little bit of depression, you know? Like we've all been in a panorama. We're all in a panorama. We know what online shopping does for the serotonin, for the brain. It helps us out. So I thought it was really interesting because then these scarves became a luxury item. And one of the biggest groups, like the first group to like really mass produce these luxury scarves, was Liberty of London. I actually love Liberty of London because their scarf prints are fantastic. They're gorgeous. They're big, bold, lots of floral colors. Colorful, they're gorgeous. But very, very pretty scarves. And one of the most notable people known for his scarves was Mr. Hermes. I always say Hermes because it's an H, but it's Hermes, but you know what I mean. Hermes was one of the most notable luxury scarf dealers. I don't know if he still is or not. I don't necessarily think of Hermes when I think of scarves. Prada's got some gorgeous ones. Gucci's got some gorgeous ones. Chanel has some gorgeous ones. I mean, literally all of those staple, like really big luxury designer brands has gorgeous scarves. And I don't have designer scarves, but you don't need designer scarves to wear a pretty scarf. But I thought that was really interesting because I was like, Liberty of London and then Hermes. And then moving further along the timeline, scarves were used to make political statements. I said, what better way to make a political statement than with fashion? I mean, honestly, we can go back to the women's rights movement and they were using them. They would wear white, green, and purple scarves to be like, hey, I'm super cool, women's rights, suffrage, what? And then during the Second World War, there was a nationalist movement that also used silk scarves to be like, hey, I'm part of this group. Ba-da-da-da-da. So anyway, the silk scarf, I learned a lot about that. That was just kind of some random facts about the silk scarf, but I thought it was interesting. I would have thought that the Chinese would have been the biggest producers. India, who would have thunk? Liberty of London being one of the biggest luxury producers. Hermes, I mean, like lots of good little factual bits. We switched from cotton to silk because it wicks. I mean, smart stuff. So, I mean, I hope you learned a little factual information and you can bring that up with your Reader's Digest later today. I don't know. So I think it's probably a fun time now to show you my scarves. Like I said, I've been collecting scarves for quite a bit. Most of these I have either purchased for myself that aren't like true silk scarves, but I'm going to show you on why because we're all about showing everything. And then some of these have come from my grandmother, Marianne. I love to raid her closet for vintage jewelry and, of course, fun vintage scarves. She's got lots of really pretty ones. This is probably one of my favorite ones that she's given me. It's a beautiful square, and I mean, it's nothing fancy, but it's just black and white polka dot. Now, I wear this one all the time in the summertime when I go to the beach, because when I go to the beach, I have sunnies on, and I never, ever let my hair out in the sun. I always, because I want to look like I'm some like 1950s celebrity at the beach, okay? We'll get to that when we get to styling. Needless to say, this smells like sunscreen. It smells like sunscreen. It smells like straight up summertime joy. I love it. This one is a bit sun faded, as I mentioned. I do wear it to the beach quite often, but this is one of my favorite scarves. It's very generic, very basic, could use a press, but it goes with everything. So if you're interested in starting a scarf collection, I would get something that's very neutral because it's a great way to elevate an outfit, and most of your outfits, you just need a little bit, okay? So love this one. It's gorgeous, very pretty. Moving right along, this one is a nice long rectangular, pretty. So she's purple and white and green. I mean, she's too cute, am I right? She does have a tag on her. Let's see if we can see. 100% polyester made in Italy. So she's not silk, but you know, she tried. And never machine wash, of course. It doesn't tell me who made her, but she was made in Italy. Lily. So I do like this one. I think it would be very pretty. I would use this one more for a pussy bow situation, and I'll show you that later. But again, different scarves, different lengths. You could always just throw this on there with a coat. Like I have a light blue coat, and sometimes I just, you know, it's just a nice little French kiss, a nice little extra abracadabra on top of your outfit. And you don't have to wear it the whole time. Like your scarf can just be like a little, you know, a little extra. She doesn't need to be the main event. She's just there to add a little razzle dazzle, you know? Moving right along, love this one. One of my, it's not vintage, I would say. It's Land's End. Again, it's from my grandmother though. I absolutely love this. I wear this one a lot. If you follow me on Instagram and you see my outfits of the day, you've probably seen this one. It's a gorgeous, this is real silk. Just a long striped blue scarf. I love the edges, how it's a little bit like angled. I use this one for pussy bow all the time. This is the best scarf for a pussy bow. If you're like, what the fudge is that? I have a whole video on pussy bows and dickies. If you're like, what are you talking about? Are you cussing? No, a pussy bow is just a very large bow that you would wear either on top of your collar, like underneath your collar, you know, you just, I'm like, okay, come on. Drama, am I right? Like it just, like, you just, that's not a very good bow. I was kind of watching myself, but you get the gist. Yes, collared shirt, threader underneath, and I mean, honestly, it says you need a collared shirt. I kind of, this is also one that I've worn to the beach, and it smells like sunscreen. I love that for me. But yeah, it's just really pretty. I have a true collection of colors of scarves. I'm going to show you all of them. So yeah, that's that pretty one. I did get this for Christmas, definitely not silk, but same kind of fun deal. My friend Elizabeth, Ellie, she got me this pretty little, it's white with hearts kind of thing. And one, you could use this one as a table runner. It's that shape. But what I would like to do with it, flip it the right way first. Make sure your scarf always shows the right side out. You want the colors to pop. So I fold it in half. And this one is also a nice little, like I'm flying an airplane kind of vibe, you know? I wore a lot, my senior year of high school, I only dressed in true vintage clothes. People mistaked me for a teacher all the time, but a lot of my classmates would refer to me as a flight attendant, primarily because I did a lot of scarves. It wasn't insulting. Like I'll fly an airplane, I'll be a flight attendant, I'll get you a beverage, but I get it. You know, like the silk scarf definitely gives you that, like, maybe she's a flight attendant. Now with this one, you also could, I haven't tried that. That's giving me too much, I'm Mother of Mary. Maybe we shouldn't do that one. Definitely just like a necktie on that one. Oh, wait, we could go that way. I'm gonna show you, I need another square one. I'm gonna show you another way I like to style it. This one is gorgeous. Guys, that's my brother. I truly apologize. Filming at home. So this is one of my favorite scarves. It is absolutely gorgeous. So it's got this lovely red flower, and then we move it along, and then it's got a lovely blue flower, and it's just so pretty, and then a lovely yellow flower. It's huge, okay? For like a scarf, it's so big. I love this scarf because it is very, very pretty. This did come from my grandmother. It was also made in Italy. She's never been, don't be fooled. But here's the problem with this. Because it is so big and because the print is so large, it is very hard to style. You either have to pick a section, like you either need to pick a flower and like work around that flower, or because if you try to go for the cute little neck scarf like this and try to do that, you've got too much material. You can't. So you have to pick a color and then kind of work around it. I love this scarf so much. It's so pretty, but I always struggle to style it because I'm kind of like, because it is so big. So I've seen some cute tutorials on how you can make like a top, like a halter top out of it. Like you can just like make it into a triangle, so fold it into a triangle, and then you can kind of tie it like this. I might have to stand up and show you guys because I think it's kind of cute, and the scarf is definitely big enough that it would cover my full midriff. Would I wear it like that? I don't know, maybe with something underneath, definitely not alone, unless I was like at a tropical getaway. But yeah, it's really pretty. I think it is nice to have like a larger one. Again, you could fold it and go, I call this like doing the napkin, because, so I've just tied it into a bow, and this is definitely like not gonna wear it all day. Let's tip it down so you guys can see. But I've just tied it in a bow, and then I've just kind of fluffed it in the front. You definitely want to put like a coat with this because it definitely looks like you just have a napkin tied around your neck. I think this one though would definitely be cute as like the little halter wrap. And like I said, you kind of have to keep just folding it and folding it, but then the problem is the design gets cut off. And so I love that one, but I really struggled to style that one. This one is iconic, very small, but really great. It's definitely seen some love. There's some wear and tear on the edges. It's a beautiful yellow scarf, and you can see the edges just a little bit prettier than the rest of it. This one is really great because it is the perfect one for a necktie around your neck, and it also will go in your hair. I my go-to, as you saw earlier, I love to take my scarf, you fold it in half, so you have a triangle, and then you just rectangle it all the way down. I really should not, like, I don't know, find an easier way to show you guys, so just use my boobs as a flat table, like, it's fine. Then you go all the way down, yeah, and then here, that part always goes at the back of your neck, and I like to pick a side. If you go in the front, like, that's fine. That's giving me kind of like I'm a Boy Scout though, so I like to pick a side. It doesn't take much. You don't need a tight knot. You don't want to play an Elizabeth Swan from Pirates of the Caribbean and get your corset too tight and then not breathe and fall into the ocean and have to have a pirate save you. Although this is not a corset, it is very similar in nature to cutting off your air supply. So I think this is a very cute way to style this one, this size scarf. I also would say you could fold it in half like this. We've just made a triangle. My hair is short now, so this might actually work better. And I love to do this, like, okay, the earrings are a bit much with it, but I love to do just like a little half-see like this, let the hair hang out in the back, and like, yeah, obviously maybe not the dingle dangles. It is like a peasant vibe, but it's also like, she's super cute. Now, if you pop your ears out, I think that looks silly. So I like to leave my ears tucked because I had somebody ask me that. Did I leave my ears out or in? I like to keep my ears in. But I think that's cute, you know? I would suggest tossing in some bobby pins if you are like planning on wearing this for the day, because this will move, and if you don't want to fight with it, it is easier if you just go ahead and pin it in. But yeah, so this size scarf, really great. It's very versatile, very versatile. You can also do the napkin with this and do like a bandana vibe. I only like to do that though if I'm gonna put a coat on with it and then take it off. Does that make sense? Yeah. Okay. This one is not silk. She's not silk, but we're gonna show you anyway. I do believe it is cotton. This is just like a little black scalloped edge one. It's in my scarf collection. You get to see it. I know you're so lucky. It's very special because it is stitched like a silly goose here and here. Okay, so it makes like a circle, and then I've got two edges like that. I've asked why, and I never get an answer. So again, don't wear this one that often because I'm like, what are you supposed to do with it? I'm like, oh, wait a second. Hold on. Hold. Keep holding. Hold. Hold on. But am I doing it right? Because if I loop it through on both sides, like, right? Like, and then it'll not. Wait a minute. Now I've made a knot. Hold on. You have nothing else to do but hold. Can't do anything. I mean, that what you're supposed to do with it? Marianne, where are you? Hold on. I feel like, because that definitely like scoops my hair. That's a hair scoop. Okay, maybe that's how you do it. Like this with sunnies on, nobody's gonna bother you. You're like a queen in this. What if you like just didn't want to do your hair one day? That's how you do it. Sparkly earring, so you peep it. We peep the sparkle earring. Honestly, I'm driving in a fun convertible. I don't want my hair to get messed up. This. But if I get sweaty, I'm gonna be in trouble because it's not gonna wick. It's just gonna absorb. I'm gonna be hot. Okay, I don't know if that's exactly what you're supposed to do, but that's how. Like really, why is it stitched? If you know, drop it down. Drop me a comment. This is a really pretty one. Again, I say they're all really pretty. It's just got some leaves on it. It's nice and long rectangle. I would use this one again for a bow situation around my neck. Or you can simply just like that. You know, I've just got on a black turtleneck today, black cashmere turtleneck. You know, like I'm not with those earrings, okay? But like sophistication, you know, like it just adds a little.
I didn't get that. Could you try again?
My watch is talking to me. Just adds a little extra, you know? A little bit extra. Now these two are cheats. I ordered these on Amazon for Disney bounds, okay? But great silk scarf. I can't say they're actually silk because they came from Amazon for like $1, but really good quality. And I wore them in Disney. I love to use scarves as a way to enhance a Disney bound. So if you're a Disney bounder, add a do a scarf. Do a scarf, Clemson. This one, my grandparents used to have a convertible, and this was my convertible scarf. Again, I do believe this is polyester. This is it's not silk. It's definitely, is it polyester? I don't know. This is definitely like, I do this one at the beach as well. Like, you know, you just want your hair to stay still. You want to put some big sunnies on and you don't want anybody to bother you, you know? This one is also long enough that you could do a bow with it. Like, my hair is so short, I just, like, yeah. Okay, I feel like I've showed you all my ways I know how to style a scarf. I've got a pretty pink one with scalloped edges. I do like to wear this one. It's very cute. And like when they're a little bit longer, like if you need like a little, oh, so cute, like a little wrap. It's actually not long enough to be a wrap, but some of the other ones are. But like you could just need a little, or like a little over the shoulder, like a little shawl. Like I'm so cute, right? Right? I know I am. And last but not least, I absolutely love this one. It's very pretty. It's pink, red, and black. Just a nice long rectangle. You can do all of the above with this. So, I hope that you got some scarf information. I hope you got some scarf inspiration. But I hope you didn't get scarf perspiration. I hope that you go too to dig through your grandparents, your great aunts, your uncles, your sisters' wardrobe of scarves. Go antiquing if you must, Amazon, or if you have lots of dinero, go to the luxury and buy them. ThreadUp and The RealReal has awesome deals on luxury designer scarves if you're into that kind of thing. But as for me, my scarf collection is pretty complete. Always check up your vintage and thrift stores. They have a ton and you can usually get them pretty cheap. I hope you learned something and I hope you like this little history lesson about the silk scarf. Even though I only had like 2 genuine silk scarves, it was more of just a scarf lesson. Anyway, I love you a lot. Happy Friday. See you guys next time. Bye. This is what I mean. Like this is a beach fit. like maybe not these sunnies with this scarf because they've got pattern and that's pattern, but maybe, you know, I don't, you know, like you're just, she's expensive. She's a luxury. She's pure, like who is, like they're like, what? Is she a celebrity? You can go for a tie and a tie. Like, I'm old school glamorous. That's what the, oh. A pair of cat eye sunglasses and like, glamorous. Glamorous.